Planning company offsites is a nightmare. You are juggling dozens of variables. How many people? What's the budget? Where should we go? How do we get there? Where do we stay? What activities work for team building? By the time you've researched all the options and coordinated everything, you spend weeks on what should be an exciting team event. What if you could just answer a few questions about your team's preferences and get a complete offsite plan? Destinations, travel options, accommodations, detailed itineraries, and a full budget breakdown, all automatically researched and customized for your specific needs. I am Bani and I've been building AI agents that turn complex planning tasks into simple conversations. Today, I am walking you through a company offsite planner I built that completely automates the research, coordination, and planning process. This isn't just a suggestion tool. This agent actually researches destinations based on your activities, finds travel options with real pricing, scouts accommodations that fit your group size, and creates a day-by-day itineraries with budget breakdowns. First, let me show you how this works, and then we'll dive into how you can customize it for different types of corporate events. Let me demonstrate this offsite planner by planning a real team retreat. Watch how it handles every aspect of the planning process. The agent immediately positions itself as a specialized company offsite planner. First, it's asking how many people will attend. I am going to say 10 for a typical team size. The main purpose of this offsite can be team building since that's what most companies need. For the location preference, I'm going to go with destination since we want a proper retreat experience. And for the preferred duration, I'm going to say 2 to 3 days. For one preferred destination, I'll say Bali. For the budget, let's just say $1,500. For activities, let's go with outdoor adventures for team bonding. And agenda must-haves can include presentations and updates from leadership. The starting destination, let's just say Oregon. And now watch what happened. Look at this. The agent researched multiple destination options based on my criteria. It's got a list of 6 different options that include specific outdoor activities which are perfect for team bonding. Let me go with the first option. Now it has researched travel options, flights from Oregon to Bali, boat transfers, costs, and timings. It's also given me real pricing. So I'm just going to go ahead with this. Wow, and now it's got the accommodations for me. It found multiple options with ratings, amenities, cost per person, distance from the airport, everything I would need. Let me go with this Airbnb option here since it does have up to 10 guests. Now, should we create the itinerary? Yes. Finally, it creates a complete 3-day itinerary with travel times, activity costs, meal planning, presentation schedule, and the full budget breakdown. This is incredible. It has all been researched, coordinated, and planned automatically. Now that we've seen how this agent works, let me show you how this sophisticated planning system actually works in the backend. This is one of the most comprehensive workflows I have built. Each section handles a different aspect of offsite planning, from initial requirements to final itinerary creation. And yes, this looks complex, but customizing it is easy once you know what you're looking at. Do you see all these boxes connected by the blue lines? These are called gambits. A gambit is basically just a step of the conversation. I'll be using the word gambit a lot throughout this video, and sometimes I might call them steps. Now let me walk you through the key planning components. These first few gambits systematically collect all the information needed for intelligent planning: attendees, purpose, location type, duration, budget, and activity preferences. Let's go into one of these. These gambits don't use AI. The messages that you see here are structured, meaning that they will appear on the chat exactly as you type them. And yes, you can edit them. And this blue button over here denotes the user input type. Most of our workflow has either a text user input or a button user input. Here is what the button user input gambit looks like. Now, when we talk about buttons, we often talk about branching. Branching is when the user takes a different path based on the option they select. Do you notice how the location choice affects the duration options? First, let me open the duration gambit. We have 3 buttons here. The first and the second button lead to a different gambit, and the last one leads to a different gambit. So you can see that local events offer half-day options, while destination offsites start at 1 to 2 days. This kind of conditional logic ensures realistic planning. Now, if you were to customize this workflow, you would modify these based on your company's typical event types. Maybe you do quarterly strategy sessions, annual retreats, or department celebrations. Now, once the agent has gathered all the information, let's see what the next steps are. Here is where it gets sophisticated. This is an AI gambit, and it is mainly controlled by the base prompt. It is also connected to 2 tools here. One is Exa for searching the web, and the other is Firecrawl for reading through or scraping the web search results. The base prompt is a set of instructions telling the AI what to do and how to behave. Right at the top, we have all the user's responses from the previous gambits, which sets the context for the agent. Here, the AI is instructed to use different research strategies based on the location choice. So, the branching kind of happens within the AI agent gambit itself. For local or regional destinations, it searches for activities near the start city, company retreat near the start city using Exa and Firecrawl to find nearby venues. And for the destination location, it searches for best cities for activities and best destination for activities to find optimal locations worldwide. As per the prompt, the AI analyzes all the research results and presents 3 to 5 options with specific details about why each destination works for the chosen activities. Now, this gambit is where the user selects the final destination chosen from the list of options presented by the agent. And now let's see the travel gambit. This gambit researches the actual travel options between the start city and the chosen destination. It uses Exa to search for travel to offsite destination from start destination, and the scrapes reveal real information for the flight costs and timing, the ground transportation options, the total travel time calculations, and alternative routing if needed. The prompt is designed to present multiple travel options with real pricing so teams can make an informed choice. Of course, there might be some locations where you can only have one travel option, and that's fine too. This gambit takes the user's final choice on the travel options that were presented. And now that the destination and the travel is decided, we come to the accommodations gambit. This is where group planning can get complex, and the agent handles it brilliantly. The AI is connected to Firecrawl and Exa like the previous example. Again, the first part of the prompt gives it the context. Then comes the task of the AI. It searches for the city hotels, the city Airbnbs, and the city's company retreat properties. Then it filters the results based on the group size. Ideally, only Airbnbs that can hold the full team, ratings, which is 4 stars only, and proximity to chosen activities. The AI presents options with capacity, amenities, and per person costs. This is where the user can select the final accommodations from the list that is given by the AI. And here is where the agent asks if the user wants an itinerary. Finally, we come to the itinerary creation. This is the most sophisticated prompt in the entire workflow. Firstly, because it needs a lot of context, so it knows everything that was decided previously, such as the number of attendees, the purpose of the site, the preferred location or region, the duration, budget, must-have activities, must-haves in the agenda, the starting point, the destination city, and much more. After getting all this context, it takes all the gathered information and creates detailed day-by-day itineraries, including the travel schedules and costs, the activity timing and pricing, meal planning and venues, must-have agenda items like the leadership presentations, and the complete budget breakdowns. The prompt is also designed to handle follow-up requests like add another city or change the activities by using additional research tools. Now we have completely gone through the entire workflow. So let's talk about customizing this workflow for different event types. Here's how you would adapt this for various corporate planning needs. So let's begin by if you want to tailor it for certain events. For sales kickoffs, you could focus on presentation spaces, motivational activities, and networking venues. For executive retreats, you could emphasize privacy, luxury accommodations, and strategic planning facilities. For team onboarding, you could include training facilities, local cultural experiences, and social activities, although a lot of that is already covered in this workflow. For client events, you could add entertainment options, premium dining, and impressive venues. Next, let's talk about integration with your existing business. You could enhance this workflow even more with additional tools. This workflow already uses Exa and Firecrawl, but you can add more tools by clicking this Add a Gambit button. Open the Gambit and in the drop-down menu here, select AI-tool. Then in the tool drop-down menu here, you can select the tool that you want. For example, you could add Google Calendar for automatic scheduling and invites. I don't have Slack connected here, so I can't show you, but you could connect Slack for team notifications and updates. You could connect Notion too, which is right here, for collaborative planning and documentation. And for maximum sophistication, you could connect Gmail for vendor communications and confirmations. Then let's talk about the budget and scale customization. The prompts in all the agent gambits can be adjusted for different budget levels and group sizes. For example, for start of events, you could focus on cost-effective options and unique local experiences. For enterprise offsites, you could include premium options, multiple accommodation tiers, and extensive amenities. For large groups, you could research conference centers, group discounts, and scalable activities. The fastest way to implement this is to grab the template I've already built and customize it for your specific event planning needs. Click on the link in the description to come onto this page. Here, you can interact with the agent or click on Use this template to start customizing it right away on TARS. You will see exactly the workflow that I showed in this video. All you need to do is connect Firecrawl and Exa and any other tools for more customization. The technical setup is really straightforward. The real value is in fine-tuning the research prompts and planning logic to match your organization's event planning needs. You've just seen how to transform company offsite planning from weeks-long coordination nightmare into an intelligent, automated planning system that handles research, logistics, and detailed itinerary creation. This agent doesn't replace the human creativity and team knowledge that goes into great events. It amplifies it by handling all the time consuming research and coordination tasks, letting you focus on creating a meaningful experience for your team. Your team deserves well planned, memorable offsites that actually achieve their goals. This agent just makes sure that every event you plan hits that mark without this planning stress. If this looks like something that could improve your event planning process, give it a shot. And if you run into any hiccups, let me know in the comments or join our Discord community. The link is also in the description, and you can find other agent builders like yourself who are using AI agents and tools to automate the tedious parts of their work. Happy planning and happy automating!